हरिः कर्ता
time to look into the data sampling techniques under which we will see random sampling and stratified sampling techniques. So let's begin with the random sampling example. Okay, so the random sampling, put pandas as PD, and let's load the data set. So data is equal to read CSV, and I'm gonna go for data plans.csv. So let's perform random sampling. Let's perform random sampling on this data. So sample is equal to data dot sample. Yep. So I'm gonna go with n is equal to a sample size of 20, and random state is equal to 42. So now let's print the sampled data. Let's print the sampled data. So print of sample, that's again a data frame. And here is your data set. And this is with the random state of 42. Random state of 42. See that? So out of 32 the data set and 31 the data set, and out of that, so if you just want to see the actual data, so let's print data. So this is the overall data set. It consists of 26, and out of we have let's make it a sample size of 14. Yep. Out of 26, and this is our data set we got. So let's print. It's a sample sampled. It's training data set using random sampling. Yep. So this is a training data set using random sampling, and this is what is our data set that we got here. So this is one way of doing random sampling using sample method and saying this random state 42. So then what we have next is stratified random sampling. So for the stratified random sampling, we have to follow a different technique here. Okay, so let me call upon again. Let me say this is second technique, stratified random sampling. Yep. So we have our data set. This is our data set. Okay. Now let me print it. Now to perform stratified sampling, okay, we have to group it. So what I'm gonna do is let's say stratified sample is equal to, but before that let me put a comment here. Let's perform stratified sampling. So data dot, again we'll go for the sample, we'll first group by, let's group by, we'll group it by humidity. humidity, then the keys group keys, we'll put the false, and let's apply a method to it. Let's apply a function to it. For this we will use anonymous function such as lambda. Okay, that's what we are going to use here. So apply, and inside that lambda, so x dot sample to 2, and random state is equal to again 42. Okay, then let's execute and see. Yep, we got the stratified sample. So now we need to print it. So print original data set and print stratified sample. So let me print. So let me see, and this is your stratified sample based on high, low, medium. Got it? Based on the stratums. So this is one stratum, this is another stratum, this is another stratum, and after taking the stratum, so we have taken based on the percentage of based on the sample size of each stratum. So that's what stratified sampling, that's how we work, that's how it works. So in stratified random sampling and stratified sampling, both we have seen. So the train test split function from the sklearn model selection package module can also be used for stratified sampling when splitting data into training and testing sets. So obviously, while we work with projects, data science projects, we'll be using sklearn and model selection. But for now, just to know the fundamentals of sampling, like how can we do with the fundamental objects of Python. So that's also very important. So that's the reason here we have just used a hard coding method. Basically, using fundamental objects we did a stratified sample.